Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the finest Dawn of War Soulstorm casts this side of East Yorkshire. And today we've got a 3 versus 3 on Pavernian Heartlands. Playing on the southern side as the Chaos Space Marines, we have got Alpha Legion. We've got Zar playing as the Sisters of Baal, and we've got Bliar Buddha Pizdek playing as the Eldar. A northern team playing as the Necrons, we've got Necron 23, we've got Tio playing as the Imperial Guard, and we've got Surft playing as the Eldar. Now I must say, on a map like this, it's not a very symmetrical map. Both sides are kind of different from each other, and the southern team have got quite the severe advantage in this game, considering that the critical location controlled countdown victories is on. And what can we say? We've got one here, which is nice and snug for the northern team. We've got two, which are here, and here, which are very in favour of the southern team. This one, a little less than the southern one. But, I mean, look at it. It's just right next to the Chaos Space Marine base. And this one is right next to, basically, the Eldar base. So if the northern team want to stick it to the southerners, they've got to be very aggressive. And with them being so far away, I imagine Falcon Grav tanks, blooming Chimeras for these guys, and a fair few Wraiths, I imagine, will be quite in order. We've got quite an aggressive play from the Alpha Legion. Cult is just running straight on forward and stabbing everyone and anyone within reach, but some Dark Reapers will be sorting them out. And being so far away from home, these guys are basically dead at this point. Even if they run away, the Dark Reapers will be able to keep up with them. Do manage to get that decap there, and delaying the Eldar are exactly what they want to do. They're not going for the critical location. Maybe there's like a gentleman's agreement that they're not going to go for it straight away, which is fair enough. I mean, why not? We want to have a bit of fun, a bit of laughs and joy. We're not seeing any Seraphins. Oh, I say that. We are seeing some Seraphins from Zar here, which I know that's probably not how one pronounces that, but, yeah. As I say every game, I can't pronounce anything. I can barely speak English, let alone Russian and stuff. Dark Reaper's running away from the Chaos Lord's mighty bolter pistol. We've got a second squad of Dark Reapers on the go, so that should be certainly something that will worry him. But he doesn't seem to be too worried himself. He's going to move on forward, seeing if he can crump anything good and proper with his big old mace. Cultists are going to come over and see what they can do as well. Going to direct their fire towards them for a little while. Yeah, Chaos. Probably that's not the engagement they want to take. Plenty of locations for them to capture as well. Lots of strategic points for them to make use of. So there are going to be big engagements and armies for each faction. You have double Seraphins coming over to provide some support. Now, Dark Reapers would normally be able to take on these Seraphins in a ranged engagement, but I imagine these ladies are just going to jump in and smack them in close combat. Over on the northern side, we do have Necron Warriors and Imperial Guardsmen taking on the Dark Reapers over here. They look like they were going to cap that place over there, but no. Probably not a good idea for them to even try and contest that point until much later on. The Dark Reapers now being overwhelmed by the combined forces of the Sisters of Battle and Chaos. Yeah, although they're not going to go into close combat with them. But I suppose Dark Reapers aren't actually terrible in close combat neither. Not the ideal place that they want to be, but not pushovers neither, especially when the Seraphins aren't exactly amazing in close combat either. And what are you going to go for? The Imperial Guard have gone for the Relic over onto this side. And the Dark Reapers are on their own here. Got a bit of a push down here as up here, should I say, as double Dark Reapers are going up against the Necrons. But we'd also got some more Guardsmen coming over. I imagine quick tier 2 for you. Is that your plan? I hope so, because you're going to need to support your allies. Some fast maneuverings if you want these guys to live. Although I suppose you've got a listing post down here, so you can ferry troops via the underground tunnels that the Imperial Guard have access to. Chaos Lord is just smashing anything and everything. A heavy bottle truck been placed down, and the Tech Priest Engine Seer and a Burn Singer are attempting to build up, and they will manage to get it down. Impressive commander armor of the Tech Priest Engine Seer, resisting that incoming damage. Also got some lads inside the listing post, provide some las gun fire. And the Dark Reapers slashing around, doing some flipping nonsense. They are outnumbered. I'm managing to get a good few kills there. Got the command squad now coming down, and the Chaos Lord will not want to fight him underneath the firepower of the heavy bolter turret. So actually, just by the hair on their chinny chin, they've managed to hold back the enemy, although the Eldar are still under pressure at the moment. Going towards the Necron side of things, we do have the Builder Scarabs attempting to cap stuff, but the Guardians will prevent that. The Necron Warriors slowly but surely making their way over. No Oh, blooming disruption field upgrades for them at the moment. So they won't really want to engage in firefight with these guys. Much rather get involved in some close combat shenanigans. Third squad of Necron Warriors are on the way as well. And a second monolith, actually. So they're in tier 2. And they've gone... and they are going to go for a second monolith. So that's something. It's pretty impressive. Plenty of production capacity for the Necrons. So what is their idea? Just to flood the battlefield with as much bodies as humanly possible. Or as many bodies as humanly possible. If I want to use the correct grammar. That poor cult is being surrounded by all 3 of the command squad. Our best situation for them, although got some grenade launchers for these guys, so probably going to be fending off this one singular squad of Imperial Guardsmen. And we've got a lot of Eldar here. The sisters hiding away on this little finger on the hill, which I must say is really awkward positioning for the listening posts of the Eldar. They can't exactly jump over, they're going to walk all the way around, which is... It looks deceptively even, but it's not. That's why I like this map. It's just bonkers. Bonkers.com. Listening Shrine being fired at as the Dark... Well, not the Dark Eldar, sorry, the regular Eldar, just Dark Reapers. So the Falcon Grav Tank making swift work of those guardsmen. Necron Lord, he's not getting of his upgrade. Oh no, you've got your Forbidden Archive, so you might have your upgraded gubbins. Falcon Grav Tank being shot up by the Immortals. Will fly away though, as you've probably got easier targets to go for. But actually, yet the Necron's just building up a flanking ghost turret here, although it doesn't look like it's been finished. Might want to finish it off. You've got the building capacity for it. Serafin's now armed with an Inferno pistol. Quite adept at taking down Listening Shrine, especially the tier 1 varieties of them. Dark Reapers there, quite nimble, quite swift, seeking to keep these ladies away from their prized points. And now a Wraith is coming down to attempt to get those decaps in. Ghost turret has been finished, but will be focus fired down by double Dark Reapers. Necron Lord is going to come in and see what he can do. Billet Scouts have been taken down. Double Wraiths actually, so one for each Dark Reaper squad, but not quite been able to get in there and save them. Very unfortunate. These Seraphins, man, absolute units here. Getting a lot of value from these ladies as they go about and harass the back lines, preventing the Northern team from really pushing too far forward. So it doesn't seem that the Southern team are going for any kinds of killing blows. They're just making sure that they are falling behind a little bit as the Southern teams do tech up. Mortals are coming down, but they will be shafted by all these Seraphins on the go. Let's have a quick look at the economies. 98 and 40, 68 and 30, and 92 and 40, compared to 45% and 90, 132 and 53, and 74 and 20. So even with all the harassment of the Southern team, the Imperial Guard are just sitting pretty on the back lines. They've managed to capture all smorgasbord. Yeah, they've got some stuff going on here. And have the Imperial... No, the Necrons have not donated any of their points to them. That's fine. Listening Shrine being shot down by the classic double CSM Chaos Rhino Wombo combo. Some Rangers on the way and an infiltration research. Not sure why they've gone for Rangers at this stage of the game. Quite expensive as a unit. 40 blue and 5 green. Could really do with being teched up at this point. Yeah, without the infiltration research, they are going to fall pretty quickly. Double heavy bolters on each squad at the moment. Chaos machines put on the Chaos Runner, so they aren't able to run away. And activating their big hair ability for a little while, managing to chunk their way for the Dark Reapers. Lots of Valkyrie fire falling down on the Chaos Runner, managing to get the boys inside the vehicle in time there. The Imperial Guard armed with some plasma guns and some grenade launchers as well. That's a little bit too much for the Chaos Space Marines to deal with. Over here, we've got Wraiths just being an absolute nuisance around the back lines. This dude just absorbing all the fire from a fair few Dark Reapers. Now the Ghost turret is being replaced. So Necrons managing to keep this Eldar player occupied all day long. Seraphins there, keeping their momentum on the go. And the Chaos Rhino seems to be zapped again. I'm going to lose this Chimera to the Hell Talon. Rangers now been infiltrated once again. Dear oh dear. Alpha Legion not quite too keen on losing it, is potentially losing all of his army here. Although the Seraphins are going to come over and see if they can protect their allies from this incursion. Eldar flying around with impunity. No one really trying to take it down. Politely ignoring them, actually, by the looks of things. There we go. Now armed with more lasses. Turning the tide here. Guardsmen now having to fall back. Being spotted by the Rangers. Or Rangers now being spotted by whatever nonsense is going on here. Who is spotting? Oh, it's the Chaos Sorcerer spotting them. Teleporting in and throwing some pink nonsense everywhere. But while this push is happening in the Eldar base, while the push is happening in this Eldar base, the opposite Eldar base, there's a separate kind of thing going on. And there's not really much, actually, that's going on with the Necrons. They've just got one squad of Immortals, a couple of Wraiths that are being a pain in the backside, and now double Destroyers. No anti-vehicle stuff for the Eldar at the moment. John Cena Beam comes down, preventing these guys from firing. Although it won't be too much of a problem, as the Falcon Grav Tanks can make them redeploy with very little effort. And yeah, it seems like as if the Eldar here are just kind of falling down for no particular reason. Quadruple Dark Reapers, which should be quite adept at killing anything and everything that the Necrons have available to them at this stage of the game. But that, yeah, there we go, that phase shifting being used constantly to keep those Dark Reapers from firing at the wrong things. Necron Lord seeing those Fire Dragons, deciding to make them his priority target. Destroyers now coming over. Synchronized. Oh dear, I don't think the Dark Reapers were meant to be getting inside of that. Oh, no, never mind. That's probably just full of Fire Dragons, question mark. Once you disgorge your unit. Yeah, there we go. That's what there was in there. It's got double Bright Lance platforms as well. And the Eldar on this side have been absolutely crumped good and proper. I assume you're probably rebuilding stuff somewhere else. I hope, I imagine. Baneblade coming out for tier. So a good counterattack by the Chaos Space Marines and Seraphins. There is a webway gate here, which you can kind of... I mean, it's infiltrated, but you can kind of see the zappy nonsense there. So not great infiltration if you want to hide it from player view. Eldar managing to stabilize on this side as well. So it doesn't seem like it's a fair, even trade. But that being considered, the elite of the Imperial Guard are now out on the field. I don't think we've got that much... I mean, yeah, we've got a Sacrificial Circle, but does not seem like either... Oh, no, never mind. The Southern player, the Southern Sister Battle, actually in Tier 3, going for a Living Saint. But the Eldar have managed to survive, somehow.
We are taking fire.
Seems that they were trying to bite off more than they could chew. Yeah, okay, we've killed this guy. Let's leave the Helltalon to finish things off, but I might actually bite them in the backside. Should have really stuck around to finish the Eldar off. Got Defiler now out. Kaskan surviving with one model in their unit as it falls back. I'm sure if the Ogrins survived that engagement. Webway Gate now been spotted and silenced. Necrons keeping the push on the go. Doesn't seem like the Fire Dragons are anywhere at the moment unless they're hiding in the Falcon Grav Tank. Another Ghost being placed. A slow expanse of stuff. Could probably do with moving that a little bit further in, to be honest. Fire Dragons being bothered by whatever's going on here. Are you oh, you're no, it's the Builder Scabs that are decapping. Right, okay, no, what you need to do, Fire Dragons, is just focus on killing these guys at the moment. The Dark Reapers are not enjoying their fire at the moment. Do now have the Baneblade slaying that Defiler. And the Chaos Space Marines are in full retreat here. Going to reconvene themselves on this side. Got some Guardians from Salt, or Surf, sorry. Going to be smashed around by the Penitent Engine and the Living Saint. Now the Baneblade is going to be a critical factor here. Do have the potential to wipe out all this stuff, or at least hold it off. As the Living Saint can't really go toe-to-toe with a Baneblade, but is much better at taking out single targets like a Webway Assembly. But never mind. Seeing that the Baneblade is unsupported at the moment, will be decent. Already doing a significant chunk of damage to him on the ranged units. Imperial Guard going to fall back. Got Lehman Russ coming out. And the Eldar also been survived by a Aspect Portal down over here. Bernstinger keeping this webway assembly alive. Yeah, what are the Necrons doing? Are you just spending all your money on... Doesn't seem like you're... Oh, you're just spending all your money on constant supplies of wraiths. Fair enough. I've seen the Hell Talons now coming around, and the Necrons over here probably aren't going to survive a two-pronged attack, especially considering that the wraiths can't exactly tie up the Hell Talons, and the destroyers aren't exactly going to be breaking through the Hell Talons armor anytime soon. Though the Necrons probably need to slowly but surely make their way out of here for now. Does seem that the... Oh no, never mind. I thought that the Sisters and the Chaos Space Marines were going to escape the lives attack, but no. A little bit of an overstretch here, I think, from the Sisters, losing their Living Saint. But she does have a spare life on the go. And the problem with this is that Living Saint has now lost one of her revives, and when she gets damage done to her, she has to run away and get her health regen on the go. It'll take her a fair long time. A Baneblade can be repaired much quicker than a Living Saint can regen her health. Somehow, somewhere, the Hell Talons didn't quite take on the Necrons. They're still knocking around. The Chaos Space Marines are coming over. No anti-vehicles to follow them at the moment, though. Got Defiler coming in. So could potentially smash these guys up, but the destroyers will probably be able to keep out of their melee range, their superior maneuverability. You also have one singular Guardian decapping and recapping the critical location down there. It's not saying that these points actually being used for forcing the opponents to move in a certain way.
I understand more than you could
And the
possibly
Necrons
know.
finally being told to go back home.
My abilities
The
are at
Living
your
Saint
disposal.
seeing if he could do, or if she could do any kind of economic damage. And do the Sisters have enough money to buy another one? You don't really have the money to be throwing stuff away. You are getting a whole bunch of Celestians, which is fair enough. I don't know if throwing away a Living Saint there was the optimal play. Ogrins are out and about. Eldar now rebuilding all their stuff. So it's currently technically a 2 versus 3 situation. So if there was ever a time to attack, now would be the time. But the problem is that the Imperial Guard, so brazen, they've got everything on the go. Going to go for the maximum amount of Lehman Russes as well as some Chimeras. Got the Cascans. Ogrins are on capping duty, which is probably not what they want to do. We want to sacrifice a regular squad of guardsmen to do that stuff. And what are they planning, just to start attacking over on this side? Oh, well, never mind me. The Baneblade is over here. And with his mighty cannons also being repaired by a Tech Priest engine here. Lots of heretics fanning out across the Chaos base, trying to repair things as they go. And this is... I don't know if sending a Baneblade on its own, again, is the idea. Looks impressive, certainly. Oh, I see what's going on. So the Baneblade is basically dragging the entire force down over onto this side. While that's going on, we've got all sorts of nonsense coming around on here. So two-pronged attack, splitting the southern team's fighting capabilities. Some horrors blocking the retreat path of the Baneblade. Also got the Obliterators in here as well. But quite nimble is the Baneblade. Not as fast as other vehicles maybe, but still faster than walking speed. And so managing to bring all these guys down here. So now we're just going to F right off this way. As the combined arms of the Imperial Guard and the Necrons move on forward. Going to see a Wraith Knight from the Blue Eldar here. But that's quite a substantial force. See a Counselor out. And they are able to take on lots of things when they've got their maximum unit size. They are quite expensive though, 80 blue and 50 green. Which, do you have the money for it? Does not seem like it. You've been spending all your money on just trying to keep your structures alive, trying to recapture your listening shrines and stuff. Also lacking a strategic point over on this side. So it's quite a serious push on this side. Also another serious push over here, but sadly there is no infiltration detection by the looks of things. So the Eldar base is actually quite secure at the moment. Don't normally see this kind of upgrade for the Eldar in Soulstorm, but There are niche moments where this kind of thing is quite useful. And do we have anything to spot them? No, it does not look like it. So no base trading going on here. You can take out a couple of plasma generators from the Imperial Guard perspective, but that's not what's going on for them. Eldar being teleported down over here. Managing to defend stuff. Also just going to punch a couple of Wraiths in the face. Webway Assembler's gone down. Do manage to have one Burnsinger hiding away in the Webway gate. Might be an idea for this Eldar, really, to use that Webway research to rebuild or reposition all their structures down somewhere else. Chaos Space Marines with their damage buff and a second Living Saint coming down over here. Priest keeping the Ogrins alive with his God Save the Emperor ability. And a Chaos Predator being surrounded by those Ogrins being killed once that ability does fade. Now a lot of lasguns on this lad. Probably the problem with the Lehman Russ is that it's very good against generally everything, but can't really upgrade itself to be specifically good against one thing. The Chaos Predator can do that. So vehicle sniping is an option. Look at this, just Imperial Guard being led into combat by a Lehman Russ. Damn fine plays from Tio here. Managing to keep the pressure up on both sides. Also got a Basilisk incoming. Dark Reaper support. A double Dark Reapers, in fact. And 3 minutes until taking all victory is in play. What is that? Yes, the Northern team that's got this thing on the go. The Chaos Space Marine player needs to decap this, but I assume he's not even considered that being capped. After all, who would suspect a lonely Guardian capturing the most secure critical location probably in the entire game? Chaos are now pressing forward. Necron Lord phase shifting just to be a bit of a distraction as the Possess Squad, absolute dangerous lads, these guys. And yeah, the Chaos Space Marine player using all his elite troops to push on into here. There is a Baneblade in the way there, but we do have the Imperial Guard doing exactly the same. Chaos HQ has been destroyed, and it's just a game of base trades here. Wraith Lords trying to circumvent and get some flanking maneuvers on these guys, but not really going to be doing much. May as well leave that base to a bad job. Baneblade going to fall back a little bit behind the heavy weapons team. Commissar being shot down. And the Imperial Guard will probably have to rely on the Necrons to defend their base here, but there's not many Necrons for them. Some Ogrins being built up. But what's your squad cap at the moment, Imperial Guard? And you've got space to build some more lads if you want to. Baneblade holding these guys off for as long as he can, but even with its mighty thick armour, won't survive for very long, will be taken down. There we go, the Imperial Guard's base is now free real estate. Do have the money to build up another Baneblade straight away there if they wanted to. While that's going on, the Imperial Guard and the Eldar are doing the exact same kind of thing. Death and destruction upon the Alpha Legion here. Will need to absolutely focus down this Mars Pattern Command if they want to survive. They can't really handle another Baneblade, but quickly breaking that down. And now the Imperial Guard are just building whatever they can, just throwing material everywhere they possibly are able to. We've got a blooming... Where would that be? The Necromorph. Oh, it's not right. It'd be over there, naturally. Why would it be anywhere else? Yep. So the Necrons, they certainly need to bring some more stuff out there. What's your squad cap at the moment, Necrons? Oh, you've got stuff. It's just not in combat, really. We'll be bringing the Immortals out to focus the Chaos Predator. Defiler trying to break down that field command. Aspect Portal also being bothered. Salt there, bringing what little forces he has, even though he was knocked out quite early on in the game, well, middle of the game, should I say, has still been contributing what resources he can. It does look like that the Chaos push has been faltered, and with very little to respond with. Oh no, they've still got some bits and bobs. Do you have another builder? You do, and you're rebuilding right in the corner where it's absolutely safe. That makes sense. That makes absolute sense. Sisters and Chaos Space Marines have been shaken off from the northern side. Oh, no, never mind. The Archangel and the Penitent Engine are just whacking down one plasma generator after another.
6 minutes until taken hold victory.
And the taken hold victory countdown is back online. Lightning Fighter being focused down by a good chunk of Dark Reapers. Eldar over here rebuilding their webway gate in the corner. Not exactly having the best building times for them. Where else are you where are your production structures, Mr. Pizdek? Can't really see them. Oh, you're rebuilding them over here. Fair enough. Fair enough. Us Celestians, but being confounded by these phase-shifted Wraiths, we'll just completely ignore them and go to work on the Necron base as the Living Saint is still online. Imperial Guard will need to come over and help their allies. Got double basilisks for some artillery support. Necron Monolith teleporting back over here, but against, and that's probably not what you wanted. After all, it sounds impressive. Yeah, okay, send the Monolith to taking all these ladies, but this is a mass of Celestians, and any vehicle needs to stay away from these ladies as much as humanly possible. Got the Cassicans attempting to do some stuff. Also got the Essence of the Deceiver, now convincing the Celestians to fight amongst themselves. The Fake Restore Monolith as well been placed in here. And the Living Saint, seeing that the Necron Monolith is now quite low on health, will come over. Good amount of Falcon Grav Tanks. The Living Saint is priority number 1 in getting killed. As the Cassicans ignore the Celestians, attempt to see her done. We'll be able to, oh dear, managing to take down that Monolith just before being taken down itself. So Necrons are now basically in tier 1 again. Very unfortunate indeed. Eldar are now getting their revenge on the Chaos Space Marines and wiping out one structure at a time. Demon Pit being taken down. And my goodness, my gracious, what a scrappy game this is. And we are seeing, of the Southern team, who's surrendering here. Yep, does seem like the Southern team have surrendered. Not sure why. There was probably a lot more fight to go around there, but they had a big squad, or a big source of Eldar inside the base here, finishing off the Chaos Space Marines. They were only a stone's throw away from the Sisters of Battle base, and most of their army was over here about to get smashed up by the Northern forces. But what an amazing fight. Really a good aggressive opening from the Chaos Space Marines, keeping that pressure on the Eldar, managing to knock them out eventually. But the Eldar eventually surviving here. I'm quite amazed that the Chaos Space Marines and the Sisters of Battle did not finish off the Eldar by destroying their webway gate and maybe seeing if they could smash down any other bits and bobs. That would have probably certainly have given them the advantage as the game went on, but no, never mind. That was the way the things happened as the Northern team, I mean the Imperial Guard as well, also just supporting their allies on every kind of which way they were able to, and putting a lot of pressure down on the Southern side as well. So nice one. So if you want to support the channel, have a look at the old Patreon. £1 a month gets you once a game a week, and there is also a Discord where Discord things happen. Links in the description as always. I've been Mr. Landshark. Pleasure as always, never short. Now, see you in a bit. Peace.